So for this project, I actually started with two 3 by 9 inch canvases. These canvases I had picked up on Amazon, and I had originally covered them with resin in a previous video where I was demonstrating the Naked Fusion original formula resin. So anyway, I painted them both blue, put painter's tape on the back, and covered them both with resin and left them to set overnight. The next day, I took those two canvases that had resin on it and a third canvas that only was painted blue. And the reason I have that one without resin is because someone wanted to know what the effects would look like if you did not put resin on it. So I took the Dawn Power Wash and I sprayed all along the sides and the top of both of the resined ones and on the one that was only painted and did not have any resin on it. Then I immediately went back to the first one and took Painter Primer White Satin Spray Paint and sprayed the top and all the sides. And I think how I messed up, well, I'll come back to it in a minute. And I did that for all three of them, being sure to get the sides and the top because you want the effect to go all the way, over all of it. Then going back to the first one, I did one at a time. I picked them up. I took 1 cup of water and just dumped it over it, washing everything off of it, and just set it down to dry. In the second one, I did the same thing with the water, but I by mistake dumped it right into the pan there. I should have put it in the bowl. And that was the second one. And then the third one, again, is the one that has no resin on it, only has paint. And you'll see now why they put the resin on it first, because when you only have paint on it, I guess the spray paint doesn't stick as well. And look at how light that ended up. So that's why I guess they put the resin on. I forget who asked. But now, if you'll see the second one or the center one, well, here's this one first I'm showing you. And that's how little effect it has on it. The second one, I don't like as much as the third one because the paint is kind of smeared over on that left-hand side there. And this is what I think happened to it. I'm just going to go in slow motion on the clip. So when I went back, I sprayed the entire top. But when I went back to spray this other side, see how that pushed all the paint over? I think that's what smeared it. So you have to be real careful not to recover an area you already covered. And then the third one I think turned out really good. But I do think I can use the middle one in a project. So the next thing I did, it's ready to resin, put the glass on and resin. And I do put painter's tape on the back. I had painter's tape on it before when I resined it, and I took that off, got all the little bumps off, and now I'm putting painter's tape on it again. And then I put it up on a couple cups, and that prevents it from sticking to whatever's below it. And you really want to put resin on the sides of this. I know some people don't resin the sides, but I always do. And then this is the shell chips that are blue that I had picked up at Hobby Lobby, real inexpensive there. And then the topper is a piece of jewelry, and the bottom is actually an earring that I did for the tree trunk. And next I have a whole bunch of little charms. These are charms that I actually picked up. The fish and the seahorse were charms that I picked up on eBay years and years ago when I used to have a Girl Scout troop. We used to do different jewelry projects. And the little anchors, I think I picked those up on Temu. And then I put some pearls on. And they all had like a little loop on it that you had to cut off. You could make it into like a necklace or something. But I had to cut that off with the jewelry tool. And then I just put some little shells down at the bottom. And it was pretty much ready for the resin. So the resin I'm using for the top of this project is Naked Fusion, the original version. I did a video on it the other day, and it's a very nice coating or doming resin. I did have to warm up the resin portion of it, and I put it in a cup of hot water for 5 minutes and then added the hardener to it and mixed it for an additional 5 minutes. This resin has to be mixed a little bit longer than some resins. It says 3 to 6 minutes. You just have to look at it from the side and make sure it doesn't have any swirls left. Once the resin was all mixed, I started drizzling it over the glass and along the canvas, using my hand and my spoon to spread it out. I also used my hand to spread it along the sides of the canvas, a toothpick to get any sediment out. I used the kitchen torch to get rid of any bubbles. After I'm done with a project, I always come back every 15 minutes to check for glass placement or jewelry placement, and retorch for bubbles if necessary. Use a toothpick to get any sediment out. Sometimes after about 5 minutes you see sediment that wasn't there before. I always try to look at it eye level from all sides if possible. This resin cures best at temperatures from 70 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. All resins are different. You need to read the directions for the resin that you are using. It's in your best interest when you're done with your project to cover it with a dust cover. Hey everyone, so I have my Christmas shirt on even though it's July. I had already made one Christmas video for Christmas in July, and then I ended up making a few more trees, and I thought, oh, I'll save them for Christmas time. So I wore my Christmas shirt. So I think this turned out so cute, and I'm showing you the sides of the project too, so you can see how the Dawn Power Wash is, all over. It's kind of nice when you cover even the sides of it. And the blue, I think, looks beautiful. And this, the little trinkets that I have on there, most of them I got years ago on eBay. I think if you Google Tibetan silver, something like that, and I know I'm pronouncing it wrong, and free shipping, they have these. That's where I got them real cheap, but I'm sure you could find them on eBay and even Temu. And actually the anchors I got on Temu for another project. But anyway, this is just jewelry, earring and part of a necklace. And I think that turned out so pretty, but look at it, it really sparkles. So the shells I got at Hobby Lobby. I talked about this the other day. Cheapest place to get them, the blue ones. And these are only $3.29, and you know that this, the shells and the glass and all that will go to 40 and sometimes 50% off. So you can get these for under $2 at times, and it's a whole pound of shells. And they do have it in other colors there also. But anyway, I just think that turned out so cute. The Dawn Power Wash effect for the coastal Christmas tree, I think looks so cute. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps the channel. If you enjoy the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Facebook page going, amazing group of people, very friendly, very helpful. Come join us there. And I hope you guys all have a great day. Thanks for watching.